Happy New Year! It's day 179 of 1,350 days. It is the 1st of January 2020 and I am about to go head off to a hotel for this evening, a spa hotel with my girlfriend for one night. Before I do so, I just wanted to make a quick video for you guys and give you a few goal setting tips for 2020. I know that many people around this time of year are keen to set their goals and also to achieve their goals, which is the most important part. And I want to give you a few tips and ideas on what goals you might set and how you might then go on to achieve them. Before I do that, the sales for the last week were 43 in total, bringing the total up to 1,675 for the year. That's what I finished on for 2019. Quick correction, the week before I made a video, I think there was something like 11-12 days in between the last two videos, and I forgot to mention one sales count. We suddenly leapt from 1,547 to 1,630, something around that, and yet I only said I'd had 37 sales. The week before that I had 48 sales. That's why we had the leap. Now we're on 1,675, 43 for last week, which finishes the year, which I'm feeling goodish about. I mean, I'm still so far behind the target, but more on that to come. But I am feeling pretty good. I did make a big, as you guys will see in the previous videos at the start when I started this channel, I was making maybe 1 or 2 sales a week. Now I'm making between 30 and 40. So that's a breakthrough. That's a leap. And for that, I'm pleased. Anyway, on to goal setting now. I've set myself, I think, 19 or 20 goals for this year. I'm not going to go through every single one of them. I've just picked 6 down here on this piece of paper in front of me. I'm going to explain what they are, and by explaining my goals, hopefully give you guys a few insights about how you might set your goals. So first one is working for 2 hours, 45 minutes every single day on my writing, speaking, and coaching business. So those of you who've watched the channel will know that I also do tennis coaching and hypnotherapy. I can't support myself alone through my writing, speaking, and coaching, so I do that as well. And that's why I find it's important to have a weekly or a daily cap on the amount of work you do. When I say 2 hours, 45 minutes every day, that adds up to 20 hours a week. And it doesn't have to be done every day. It's just an average. I might do 1 hour a day, 5 hours another day. I might do nothing one day, although that's rare. I might do 6.5 hours another day. It's just so long as by the end of the year, I've done 20 hours a week, which adds up to 1,000 hours over the year, then the goal is complete. Now the point with this one is, if you're in a situation like me where you're not earning all of your income through your passion or your dream, or let's say your dream, because the other work I do I enjoy, so it's not a case that I have a boring day job, but it's not my main dream. And if you're in that situation, I think it's important to set a work cap on how much work you're going to do on your project on the side. Doesn't have to be 2 hours, 45 minutes every day. Could just be half an hour a day. But I think it's really useful to set that cap, set that goal, and work towards it. Okay, second one on my list is to write 350 words per hour. Whenever I sit down to write a blog post or a new book, whatever writing it might be, I have my timer. I have my word count, obviously, on the Word document, letting me know how much I've done, and I aim, well, I don't just aim, I have to complete 350 words per hour. Now, this is great and it doesn't just apply to writing. It could be anything you're doing, anything you're working on, a skill you're working on, or whatever you're doing. It's a productivity count. You're measuring how productive you are. So think to yourself, what productivity goal can I set myself regarding the work that I'm doing? Examples come to my mind. You're a builder. It may be to build a certain section of a house in a day or a week. Something like that. It's that simple. Just little targets to keep you motivated, to stop your mind wandering and keep you focused while you're working. Okay, number 3. This is based around meditation or visualization, or I like to just call it focusing in the mind. I have to spend 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day focusing on what I want to achieve. I also have a little anchoring routine. Anchoring is a principle from NLP. It links a physical action with a feeling. So sometimes it's pressing on a knuckle. For me, it's making this sort of pose and feeling that, boosting my energy that way. Anyway, I have a routine. So and my goal is 5 minutes mind focusing in the morning, has to be completed by midday, then 5 minutes before I go to bed, plus this little anchoring routine, plus I repeat a DCA. There's a video I made on my DCA which also explains it. Definite chief aim, as created by Napoleon Hill in his Think and Grow Rich. I'll leave a link to that video if you want to discover more about that. I repeat that twice a day upon waking in the morning and going to bed at night. And again, I think it's good. You may have your own routine. You may do meditation. You may do something else. You may do 20 minutes a day. But I think it's good to set yourself a target with this, whether it's once a week for an hour or every other day for half an hour. Really doesn't matter. Or like me, small chunks but every single day. It keeps you consistent. It stops you going a month without doing it, because this is the stuff that really benefits you. Focusing your mind, meditation, amazing changes can happen because of that, and you don't want to fall out to the routine of doing it. So I suggest you set a goal based around that. Next one, fourth one, is eat one vegan meal every weeknight. At present, I tend to eat most of my breakfasts are vegan. Some of my lunches are vegetarian. Almost all of my meals and evening meals are meat-based. So I want to switch to a more vegan lifestyle for health concerns, not only that, for environmental concerns. So this is good for me, and I know I'll be able to stick to it. And for you, it doesn't have to be vegan, but maybe if you're looking to change the way you eat, just set yourself one really simple thing to do. I mean, let's say you absolutely love chocolate and you can't stop yourself eating every single day. Well, try this. Try to go just 1 day a week or maybe 2 days a week without chocolate. Simple goal like that, and that will help you stay motivated to achieve it. Okay, fifth one, getting towards the end now. Less than 10 hours screen viewing per week. So this means watching TV, this means going on the internet, watching YouTube, could even mean watching clips on Instagram. No screen viewing unless it's educational, unless it's something I'm learning. It's relaxing screen viewing, putting a cap on that, because I find, again, it's so easy to slip into habits of being lazy, basically, and not focused, and sometimes you don't even enjoy it. Sometimes I watch a film and I love it, it's really beneficial to me, but sometimes I can tell I'm just watching too much TV or whatever it might be, and it's distracting, it's dulling my mind. So that's why I suggest, and I'm sure everybody here watches a bit, that you should put a cap on the amount you do. And maybe if you're watching 10 hours, then go down to 8. If you're watching 20, go down to 15. Something that's going to challenge you a bit, and something which is going to free up time so that you can invest that time in something more productive. Final goal I'm going to discuss is this is an outcome goal. All the previous goals are process goals, and I don't really have time to get into the difference between process and outcome goals. I'm going to do a webinar for that, and I'll leave a link below if you want to join. I will put a link below in the description and you can join, and I'll talk about the difference between outcome and process goals. Anyway, this last one is the only outcome goal, which is selling to be over 10,000 sales by the end of the year. At the moment, I'm 1,675. By the end of the year, I want to have got over 10,000. My reasoning is that I'm always looking to 10 times my sales. If I get to 10,000 by the end of this year, I can get to 100,000 by the end of the following year, and I can get to 1 million by the end of the year after that. And that would bring me in line with the whole focus of this channel, 1,350 days, to get to 1 million sales by that number of days having passed. So this would keep me in line for that. I'm actually confident I can achieve this. I've got to achieve it, really. Got the new book coming out in February, got another book I'm working on. The sales for Escape the System are increasing. So it's really, I feel almost like I should set a higher target, really, especially considering how many more sales I need to get to achieve my overall goal of the channel. But I think this will be a powerful step to get to 10,000 sales. But you set your process goals up, the first 5, in order to achieve your outcome goal. And as I said, if you want more on that, watch the webinar, which I will put the link up. Okay, that's all for now. Okay, so here we are arriving at Alexander House in East Grinstead, East Sussex. We're spending the night here. It's got a nice spa, mainly for some relaxation, good food, and then back to work tomorrow. I don't know how well you can hear me, but this is the spa area here, all the way around here, just relaxing. They've got an outdoor hot tub as well, which is where I'm on my way to. The top left, and it has more, just give me a little sip while you're there. Okay, so that brings an end to day 179. The footage you saw before was from the hotel we're staying at, Alexandra Hotel. You saw the little intro. You probably didn't hear much in the other clips because the noise of the spa and the hot tub was so loud. Basically, you saw a bit of the spa, and then I was in the hot tub with my girlfriend there, celebrating the new year. So I hope you found the goal setting video useful. If you've got any questions about that, leave it in the comments section below. As I said, I'll leave a link there as well for a previous video on the DCA, and I'll be back again on Tuesday. I think I'm the first Success Club meeting of the year. Can't remember what day that will be on my overall day count, but it should be Tuesday for the next video, and I will see you then. And New Year's Eve 2019, coming into 2020. Get ready for the ejaculation.